It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got some new time MacDonald and Adam Calhoun. It's featuring Dax. It's called Black and White. You already know this is probably going to cause some controversy, as a lot of his songs do, but I like it. I'm here for it. The conversation, the discussion. Let's just dive right in. Let's see what this one's all about.
In the truck, 10 of my buddies are already drunk. We don't go nowhere that doesn't have liquor and cigarettes. Riding mechanical bulls in the club. We like to hunt, leave with a gun. Come back tomorrow, we covered in blood with a bucket of guts. We all tougher than when we pop in the clutch, we ain't stuck in the mud. I'm the white boy with the baseball bat, bunch of face tattoos and a NASCAR hat in a backyard like a scrapyard. Got a glass jar full of tobacco that's blacker than asphalt. Rolling with hundreds of crackers who acting like animals. They cannot handle their alcohol. We the white boys from the backwoods and the bad hoods in the trailer park trash that pack guns. When I was younger, they taught me to struggle and hustle like 200 bikers, and they were my brothers. We coming for blood and you running for cover. Addicted to drugs in the gutter and drunker than anyone. Leaving the club, we go dumber than thugs. We got mullets and putters and multiple gunners that come in Hummers. You under the rubber, you'll never recover.
Okay. I like how he takes a deep breath. I ain't expect him to just go off like that. That was actually pretty dope. I like a lot of the stuff that he was saying in there. It's like, listen, these outfits though might actually be the best part about this video so far. We got Adam Calhoun in his high socks. Hold up. There we go. This is the picture I'm looking for. We got my man in the high socks with the bandana. I don't know what this button up is with those shorts, but I'm here for it. We got Dax in the background rocking the flowers, I think, on the top and bottom. At least, listen, I don't know what to tell you. We got Tom with whoever set up the outfits for this. I respect it. All right, let's go back a little bit because Tom started off quick and just started to go in.
In the truck, 10 of my buddies are already drunk. We don't go nowhere that doesn't have liquor and cigarettes. Riding mechanical bulls in the club. We like to hunt, leave with a gun. Come back tomorrow, we covered in blood with a bucket of guts. We all tougher than when we pop in the clutch, we ain't stuck in the mud. I'm the white boy with the baseball bat, bunch of face tattoos and a NASCAR hat in a backyard like a scrapyard. Got a glass jar full of tobacco that's blacker than asphalt. Rolling with hundreds of crackers who acting like animals. They cannot handle their alcohol. We the white boys from the backwoods and the bad hoods in the trailer park trash that pack guns. When I was younger, they taught me to struggle and hustle like 200 bikers, and they were my brothers. We coming for blood and you running for cover. Addicted to drugs in the gutter and drunker than anyone. Leaving the club, we go dumber than thugs. We got mullets and putters and multiple gunners that come in Hummers. You under the rubber, you'll never recover. Chain smoke in my lungs hurt, my neck red, got sunburns. Bumping Eminem, we all know the words. Bunch of white boys flipping hella birds. Hillbilly really don't care if you like them. Little bit of moonshine fire inside them. Kill him in a minute, don't care who's fighting. You don't wanna trip on the kids of Vikings. Camo with mullets and cowboy hats out in public. Got ammo stashed in my car.
He said camo with mullets and cowboy hats out in public. Yo, this man's wilding right now. I knew that the Eminem shirt was for a reason. It makes sense. They're at the trailer. The whole feel had to be right.
Chain smoke in my lungs hurt, my neck red, got sunburns. Bumping Eminem, we all know the words. Bunch of white boys flipping hella birds. Hillbilly really don't care if you like them. Little bit of moonshine fire inside them. Kill him in a minute, don't care who's fighting. You don't wanna trip on the kids of Vikings. Camo with mullets and cowboy hats out in public. Got ammo stashed in my cousins and cashing addicts and cupboards. They all dissing, we don't listen, can't hear it no more. We gone fishing, they gone missing. I told y'all before. I be on some white people hanging out the window.
Yo, I be on some white people shit, and then Dax just got that look on his face like, what? All right, this is a funny track. I didn't know what this is gonna be, but I think that this is gonna be a little bit more fun than anything controversial. And when I say controversial, I don't mean that in a bad way, because obviously I react to my man's music, I respect it, and I like to have the conversations around it. But it just, how people respond out there, the general public, they get a little uptight. Shit get a little bit crazy at times. So that's the kind of the angle that I'm looking at it from. But I like this. This is a fun song so far. I'm curious if Dax is gonna go in on some black people shit. Is that what we're expecting? I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
They all dissing, we don't listen, can't hear it no more. We gone fishing, they gone missing. I told y'all before. I be on some white people hanging out the window of a truck, yelling, I don't give a fuck. White people. Every time they see me pulling up, they be like, oh my God, he be on some white people.
He said,
jumping out the plane, no parachute, so I'ma get the sooner. I ain't learned from school, always ditch Ferris Bueller. Screw your little truck, my square body over there's cooler. Every white boy riding with me over there. Shooters, I'm the white boy with the monster pump. Sit shotgun when I pop the truck. The Northern the monster off the jump. I'm up, I rock a lots of guns. This ain't soccer, but watch him run. Shoot him in the lung, need oxygen. Huffing blood like he up and does. Talk too much till his coughing shuns.
I don't know. See, I've only heard so much Adam Calhoun. I don't know that I heard him switch up to this kind of flow before. I like it. It sounds dope.
Sooner, I ain't learned from school, always ditch Ferris Bueller. Screw your little truck, my square body over there's cooler. Every white boy riding with me over there. Shooters, I'm the white boy with the monster pump. Sit shotgun when I pop the truck. The Northern the monster off the jump. I'm up, I rock a lots of guns. This ain't soccer, but watch him run. Shoot him in the lung, need oxygen. Huffing blood like he up and does. Talk too much till his coughing shuns. I'm never gonna back up too much ammo. We got hammered, used to battle. Had my fights right on the ground. cancer. Look at them like pull your pants on. Dumbass kids ain't got no answer. Looked up to dudes with tattoos and rap music, bad moves and abuse in my past, acting stupid. I used the bad news for the gas to keep moving. I made it where I'm at, now you rather see me losing. All my guys got tattoos on their face, they did their time, they got jammed. What the hell's a blue check? They ain't got no Instagram. Ask around, everyone knows. They might think that I care, but I don't. I'll be out so
White people hanging out the window of a truck, yelling, I don't give a White people. Every time they see me pulling up, they be like, oh my God, he be on.
Yo, the Dax looks that he gives when they do this hook is hilarious.
White people.
Yes, segregated, but I'm still in the mix. I've been with Timer before he got canceled for speaking the truth about the world and exposing it for what it actually is. I see race as an issue, I'm running it back to the government to tell them this is a democratic, liberated, conservative, patriarchy dipped in action, affirmative hit song. Bet they still cut me a check. State that I'm in as my mind is way deeper than color. I ain't think I'm blue versus red. I'm in control.
I like how he's like, listen, I can go and tell him it's going to be all these different days. They still going to cut me a check. I totally get where he's coming from on that. Now, whether or not that's true, you know what I'm saying? You never know, but I get what he's saying. There's just this weird thing that's going on. And in my opinion, both sides are crazy. Both the far left, far right, they're both crazy as shit. They're both crazy as shit. But the far left at times, there are moments where it's almost like, it's weird. Like I've just seen a lot of odd things. We do a lot of reactions on my Tribe Reacts channel. We haven't done any lately. We've been doing a lot of police videos, and I haven't uploaded in like a week, but I am going to get back to those uploads. But the links are down below in the description if anybody's not checked out that channel yet. But I do some commentary style stuff where we'll watch things that are happening in the world and kind of talk about it. Lately, again, like I said, it's been more police videos like stops and everything, and I kind of commentate on what I see, what's going on, what people are doing. It's kind of weird, and it's also some funny videos when it comes to that, but I will at some point get back into some, conversations about just what's going on in the world, or I guess in our country more so. And there are times where we've done some videos where like, it's weird. It's like, there's like white people who like want to be like disliked because they're like, oh, because I'm white. Like it's like, they don't like themselves. Like there's like this weird dynamic when it's like, I don't, it's hard to really explain and wrap your head around because I don't completely get it. But there's also videos where it's almost like there's so much trying to be on the black person's side that it almost comes across like a pity. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can get away with everything because, you've been through some stuff. So let me give you a step up. Like it just comes across in a weird way where I'm like, let's just like, we're going back to this whole separating people. It's just everything equal, the same. Some people are weird. Some people aren't. Some people are bad. Some people are good. It does not matter your rate. Like, it is what it is. But what he's saying right here is pretty much like, I can go to them and say it's a conservative, democratic, this kind of song, and they're still going to cut me a check because of the fact that I'm black. It's not going to be like, oh, you're on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me. I'm trying to find the best way to explain it, but I think you guys get it. Comment below. I'm sure someone in the comments is going to explain this better than me.
I've been with Timer before he got canceled for speaking the truth about the world and exposing it for what it actually is. I see race as an issue, I'm running it back to the government to tell them this is a democratic, liberated, conservative, patriarchy dipped in action, affirmative hit song. Bet they still cut me a check. State that I'm in as my mind is way deeper than color. I ain't think I'm blue versus red. I'm in control, consider that I'm carrying more than you know. One in the chamber that's ready to blow. Right at you pussies who claiming you won't. I'ma keep praying that you get exposed. Promise I'm not abiding by rule that you set for me. I'm not that mad at the past. I mean, it was only a couple of centuries. Well, actually, I'm pissed, but won't let that be my identity. So on behalf of all blacks, I forgive and don't want to be enemies. Just like you're sorry and talk to me nice.
Oh, yo, Dax going off. Yo, listen, Dax been on some shit lately. I'm not gonna lie. He's been dope, but I feel like his writing and stuff has elevated a lot over this last year and the little bit that I've actually checked out from him on this channel. But I like what he said. He's like, listen, basically he's talking about slavery in the past. It's a couple centuries ago. I'm not mad. Well, actually I am, but I'm not going to let that be my identity. You know what I'm saying? So on behalf of black people, like, I forgive you. It's over. Let's stop worrying about it. Let's stop talking about it. Like, I get it. That it's something we can't let happen again. I don't think it's going to happen again. And you can't keep holding people like nobody alive now was alive centuries ago. We all know this, right? So why we're still holding on to this and like, oh, well, white people owe us and white people got to pay. And that I just don't like that mentality. I just don't. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me because there's nobody here that had anything to do with that. Like, it's just the facts of life. Like, you could say, oh, well, the government and okay, but nobody in the government as well was alive centuries ago, unless somebody is a like some kind of alien or something and they've been alive forever and we just don't know about it. I don't know, but I don't get it. Like, holding on to it, it's just pointless at this point, and it's just making more controversy and more drama and more division than anything. So it's like, I don't know, because like there's things on TikTok I see where it's like black people just going hard. Like some people are like, you know, I don't like any white people. It's like, wait, what? Like what? Like there's things that are happening where if it was happening in reverse, it'd be the craziest shit in the world. But because it comes from a black person, it's like, well, they're allowed to feel that way. It's like, no, we got to get away from this. We're literally recreating the fucking issue all over again for no reason.
Push new claiming you woke. I'ma keep praying that you get exposed. I promise I'm not abiding by rule that you set for me. I'm not that mad at the past. I mean, it was only a couple of centuries. Well, actually, I'm pissed, but won't let that be my identity. So on behalf of all blacks, I forgive and don't want to be enemies. Just say you're sorry and talk to me nice. This is comedic. If you get offended, that's a reflection of your own life and how you failed to live it right. So it's not black versus white, it's wrong versus right. Cause it's just a result of these multiple factors that we didn't choose. I mean, mom, dad, race, religion, things we're born into. Generational curses that get undone once we undo moves. See life from a different view, beyond our own skewed, manipulated by the news. Crude, true things they use to confuse the masses. Put us in social classes, separated by percentages, paid for taxes, income brackets, clothes, cars, shoes, size of asses. I bet they try to blackmail me once I black out all these demographics and push past the stereotypical average and get blackballed and they cut all my traffic. Oh my God, he be on some black people.
Yo, listen, Dak said a lot of real shit. A lot of real shit in that verse. And I respect it because sometimes, like I said, some of these topics need to be spoken on from us, people that are considered black. I mean, I'm mixed, right? So I guess maybe I get to speak on both sides of things. But when I go out, people look at me as a black person. So I feel like it takes somebody who's black to speak up and say, listen, some of this shit is stupid. What are we actually doing right now? This is gonna be this is gonna end up being a controversial video, I'm sure. Some people are gonna feel a type of way maybe in the comments about my comments about the song. I don't know. Not really too concerned with it because I can't. I'm not gonna sit and say like I know that I'm right. I'm always right. But I just don't see how another way makes any sense. How it doesn't make sense to just move past things. It doesn't mean that we forget about it. It doesn't mean that we, you know what I'm saying? Like, but to keep bringing things up and to keep making things the forefront of every discussion that you have or the forefront of every move that you make or what needs to happen in the world because of something that happened centuries, it just doesn't make any sense because centuries before, like there's a lot of shit that happened in the past. Like there's a lot of shit that happened in the past. If we used all, like it just doesn't make any sense. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. Doesn't make any sense. But like you said, there's more things like they separate people based on income, based on, you know, like there's poverty and don't get me wrong. Are there some things that definitely happened throughout the years that has put certain people, we'll say, at disadvantages in certain areas and aspects? And there have been, but I don't feel like it's as relevant nowadays as it used to be because there are a lot of opportunities and that's for anybody. It's literally for anybody. Like like you may start off in a different place and it's a little bit harder for you to get there in some aspects. That's 100% true. But I like to believe that the curve is changing some. It's not completely always going to be the way that it is. And it's only going to get there if we work hard, if we understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like don't fall to the trap, so to speak, right? Because yes, maybe there were certain things that kind of put us in a position where we had to go and do certain things and stuff like that. But like I've said this before, like when it comes to say some of the gangs, if the gangs disappeared today, it's not like they're protecting us from the government, right? Gangs have taken a whole different meaning. In the beginning, it was people coming together because, yes, they were maybe put in certain communities and things were at a disadvantage and being together in groups and stuff were helpful in certain situations. But this was such a long time ago, and now it's become this whole us against us thing, honestly, to be completely honest. You know, it's just like, woo, this video got me talking about all sorts of shit. But anyways, I'm just saying there's a lot of things that we can change inward. And it doesn't mean that there's not things externally out there that still need to change. But I always say that it starts with us, right? Like if I want to change something in my life, I'm not looking at other people in my life or other people out there that I interact with or my job or to make changes to just make my life better when I'm not doing the things that I can change myself within me and within my control. Once I change all the stuff within my control, my life is inevitably going to get better. And then I can start to look at some of the external things if they haven't changed yet or if there's still something that is now limiting me from changing myself. That's different, right? But there's not, it just doesn't, it's not a lot of that anymore. I truly believe that. So I apologize if anybody feels differently. You're allowed to. You can comment below. You can give your experience because I'm not here to take away anybody's experience or what their thoughts are. But that is my own perspective.
Hanging out the window of the drunk, screaming, I don't give a black people. Every time they see me pulling up, they be like, oh my God, he be on some white people.
Let's go. That's wild. Okay, I can only imagine the comments below this video. Yo, shout out to Dax, shout out to Adam Calhoun, shout out to Tom MacDonald, shout out to their outfits. I don't know if Nova came up with this or if they just came there like, yeah, we're gonna rock some. I love the outfits. You gotta love the outfits, but shout out to Nova as well because she's always behind all of this stuff and she puts a lot of work in and she is an amazing artist herself as well if you've never heard her. So just want to make sure we show respect to everybody. Comments might be a little bit wild, so we'll see. I'll read through them little by little, you know what I'm saying, without it getting too crazy, hopefully. But I appreciate you guys. Comment below, and I will catch you in the next one, homies.
I don't believe in the future, so I just look to my past life. I take all the lessons I've learned and then I create me a moment you can't write. It's different than dreams, it's different than wishing for shit that you see. It's something you build, you gotta shed tears, and if you gon' live it, accept that you'll bleed. This ain't a drill, that's just a beat. This shit is real, cause that's what you need. This is the pill, that is the seat. Take you a moment before you concede. I got a lot of shit waiting on change, but every day wake up and do it the same. I'm sick of my mind, it's out of control. I thought it was fine, but that was a phase. I mean, it's like, I got a chance, why would I blow it? It's all that I have.